Good morning, dear learners. Today, let us learn about public key cryptography, which is a technique used to implement security on data. Security means protecting the data from unauthorized access. Information security must protect information throughout the lifespan of the information, while in motion and at rest. The main objective of data security is to assure that the data is safe and to keep it away from any damaging agents. Basically, there are two techniques used to implement security. They are cryptography and steganography. Cryptography refers to the conversion of intelligent data, that is original message, into scrambled, unreadable, and meaningless code before it is transmitted over a network. And for this, we are going to use some encryption algorithm. And steganography is the method of hiding the data in a cover medium in such a way that nobody else other than the sender and the intended recipient knows the presence of the data in that medium. And this message security involves many services. They are message confidentiality, integrity, authentication, non-repudiation, and entity authentication. Cryptography refers to the conversion of intelligent data into scrambled, unreadable, and meaningless code before it is transmitted over a network using encryption algorithm. So this diagram shows the plain text, that is the text with in meaningful form. Internet is the fast and effective media for communication, which has some meaning, and it is encrypted using an encryption algorithm and converted to a ciphertext, which is meaningless one. We can't read it. Sometimes, even though we can read it, but there won't be any meaning. So, the plain text is converted into a ciphertext, which is meaningless form. This is called as cryptography. For this, we are going to use some keys. So, based on the number of keys that are used for encryption and for decryption, cryptography algorithms are classified into three types. They are secret key cryptography, public key cryptography, and hash functions. In secret key cryptography, single key is used for both encryption and decryption. Okay, before I tell you what is encryption, encryption is the process of converting plain text into ciphertext. And at the receiver side, the ciphertext will be converted into plain text by an algorithm called decryption algorithm. Since same key is used for both encryption and decryption, secret key cryptography is also called as symmetric encryption. And this is used to implement confidentiality. And the next type of algorithm is public key cryptography, which uses one key for encryption and another key for decryption. And this is also called as asymmetric encryption, and it is used to implement authentication, non-repudiation, and is used for key exchange. The third type of function is called as hash function, which uses some mathematical transformation to irreversibly encrypt the information. That is, if you are going to use hash function, you can convert a plain text into ciphertext, but the reverse is not possible. This diagram represents the three algorithms. First one is secret key or symmetric cryptography, where same key is used. Plain text is converted to ciphertext using a key, and same key is used to convert ciphertext to plain text. The second category is public key cryptography, where two different keys are used. One key is used for encryption, another key is used for decryption. And third one is the hash function, which is used to convert a plain text to ciphertext. using some mathematical function, but the reverse process is not possible. Today we learn the applications of public key cryptography. So as we already noted, it involves two related keys. The keys are public key and private key. So if I say two keys are used, they cannot be any two random numbers. There should be some mathematical relation between the two keys. So the keys are related keys. One is public key, other one is private key. Public key may be freely distributed, while the private key is kept secret. The public key is used for encryption and private key is used for decryption. So this diagram represents the public key crypto system where two keys are there. One key, the key is called as public key, which is used for encryption. Another key is called as private key, which is used for decryption. So the components of this public key crypto system are plain text that represent the message that you want to send, and the encryption algorithm. This algorithm which is used to convert a plain text to ciphertext, and of course public and private keys, and this is a pair of keys that have been selected so that one key is used for encryption and another key is used for decryption. And ciphertext, this is the encrypted text. The plain text is encrypted into a text called a ciphertext. And the decryption algorithm, which is to convert the ciphertext into plain text. And the steps involved in this public key cryptography algorithm are: each user generates a pair of keys to be used for encryption and decryption. Each user places one of the two keys in the public register and it will be known to everyone or accessible to everyone. And this key is called as public key. The other key is private, which must be kept secret by the user. Suppose if Bob wishes to send a confidential message to Alice, he should encrypt the message using the public key of Alice. Normally, the receiver's public key is used for encryption. Then the encrypted text is sent to the receiver. Now Alice is the receiver, she will receive it. Then once Alice receives the message, she decrypts it using her private key. And since the private key is known only to Alice, nobody else other than Alice can decrypt it. So thus the confidentiality is maintained in this algorithm. Yes, this diagram represents how confidentiality is maintained using public key cryptography. Okay, this plain text, the sender, he is going to encrypt this plain text using recipient public key. Okay, this blue color key represents receiver's public key. So using that key, he will encrypt it. Remember, every user generates a pair of keys and he will announce one of the key as public. So anybody else or everyone knows the public key of the other person. So if you want to send a message to a particular person, then the encryption should be done by the public key of that person, a public key of the receiver. So he will do the encryption and it is converted to ciphertext. So the ciphertext is sent and it is decrypted by the private key of the receiver. Since the private key is known only to the particular receiver, only he is able to decrypt it. Nobody else can decrypt it because the key is not known to them. Okay, they know only the public key and they do not know the value of private key. So thus confidentiality is maintained using this private key, public key cryptography. Second application is it is used for authentication. Authentication means once the receiver receives the message, he should be able to identify the sender of the message. So that is called authentication. That can also be implemented using public key cryptography. Okay, let us see how it is implemented. Okay, now in this case, the message is encrypted by using sender's private key. Okay, in order to implement authentication, the message is encrypted using sender's private key. And the ciphertext is transferred. The receiver receives the text and he will decrypt it using the sender's public key. Okay. So since the message is encrypted by the private key of the sender, it must be decrypted by the public key of the sender. Okay, only that particular pair must be used. You can't use anybody else's public key for decryption. And he will get the original message. Since he gets the original message from the ciphertext using the public key of the particular person, then he is very much sure that the message has been encrypted by the private key of a particular person, and so he is very much sure about the sender. Okay. So thus the digital signature or authentication is implemented. So here authentication is implemented by using the private key of the sender for encryption process and the public key of the sender by the for decryption process. So in the case of confidentiality, the public and private key of the receiver is used. But in the case of authentication, public and private key of the sender is used. But here in this algorithm, the confidentiality is not at all implemented because the message is ciphertext is decrypted using sender's public key. Since the public key is known to everyone, anybody who is able to access the ciphertext can decrypt it using the public key. So in this algorithm, no confidentiality is implemented, but the authentication is there. Every receiver will know the sender or will identify the sender of the message. Okay, but in the previous algorithm, only confidentiality is implemented, but no way the receiver will know or will identify the sender of the message because the message is encrypted using the public key. Public key is known to everyone. The public key of the receiver is used for encryption, and public key means it is known to everyone. So anybody, those who want to send a message to the recipient, they can use the recipient public key and he will receive it, he can decrypt it and he can receive the message. But he may not, he cannot identify the sender, who sent that message. Okay, he cannot identify the sender of the message. So in this algorithm, only confidentiality is there, no authentication. And in the second case, only authentication is there, there is no confidentiality. But in order to implement a complete security on data, both confidentiality and security must be implemented. So that can be implemented by doing the encryption and decryption twice. So this diagram represents how to implement secrecy, confidentiality and authentication of a particular message. So here we consider a message which is which undergoes two levels of encryption. At the first level, encryption is done by the private key of the sender. So this is to implement authentication. Then that encrypted text is once again encrypted using the public key of the receiver. This is to implement secrecy. And that is sent along the network and the receiver receives it and he will receive it and the decryption process, first step of decryption should be done by using the private key of the receiver and then that text is once again decrypted using the public key of the sender. And if the receiver receives the correct message, then he is sure about the sender because the decryption is done by the public key of A. So it must be encrypted using the private key of A. So the receiver will identify the sender as well as since it is encrypted using the public key of the receiver, nobody else can decrypt it because the private key is known only to the receiver. So according to this algorithm, both confidentiality and authentication are implemented using public key cryptography. So here we have two levels of encryption. Yes, sir.